Hey everyone, welcome to Mike Lil's channel. Wherever you're tuning in from, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. I thought I'd do a part 2 to my video that I did in regards to new coins that are introduced to the exchange, and as to why I pretty much explain the 2 basic things that you need to be mindful of when a coin has been introduced to the exchange. So yesterday in my the video that I did around that same topic, I had a screen of the coin GRT. GRT was introduced to the exchange maybe a day and a bit ago, and in my video I said, you know, 2 of the things that you need to be cautious of. One of them, when a coin is introduced to the exchange, the momentum is always there. So you traders and volume will increase the price in a particular coin and it will just shoot up. And we know that this particular coin went up quite a large amount of percentage in the one day that it was introduced to the exchange. And I said in that particular video that this normally happens when a new coin has been introduced to the exchange, and to be very cautious if you want to trade it, because these particular coins do not have the long-term time frames to help you predetermine where everything is going. So in particular, GRT, as you can see on the 1 hour chart, it was introduced to the exchange and it started at the price of 0.37311, okay, or sorry, 37487, and then it shot up. So, you know, over that time frame, it pretty much went up 108%, as you can see here on the measurements, and it went up that high in a 1 day and 3 hour time frame, as you can see there on the measurement as well. Okay, and in this particular, in my very first video, I mentioned that every time a new coin, or not every time, but majority of the time when a new coin is introduced to the exchange, there is continuous momentum over a 1 day. Sometimes it may not even last a day. Sometimes it can last a week. Okay, I remember when YFI was introduced to the exchange and the momentum just kept going and going and going. But there are always times when a coin goes up, it goes down. And when they're new to the exchange, it can go down faster than it can go up. Okay, so now we are on the 2nd day of GRT on the exchange. And as you can see here, it has pretty much dropped 35%. Okay, so this video, I'm showing you the after effects of when a coin is introduced to the exchange. So my first video, I did show that there's momentum. One of the things you need to be cautious of is you cannot see the long-term time frames, like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 1 day, because the coin has not been on the exchange for long enough to produce that information. But now that it's been on there for 2 days, there's a bit of information here, and you can clearly see, like I mentioned in that video, that the momentum will build up and then it will dump. Okay, so for those of you who could have potentially been trading it around the 7,600 mark, you know, wanting to get a $7,800 profit, or 7,800 sell price, and you know, yes, it did reach it, but again, it's dumped. And you know, in that video, I said be cautious, because when it dumps, it may not recover. Okay, so this is a clear example of what happens when a new coin has been introduced to the exchange. Yes, in the beginning, there's momentum and it can build up, but once it's, you know, had its time up there, it can dump. Okay, for those of you who are potentially waiting for a trade that could have potentially been selling around this price, you know, be mindful that in time, the potential information where your MACDs and your RSIs will be produced to help you predetermine or give you confirmation of where this coin's potentially going. Again, like if you look at the 4 hour, there is not a lot of information to work with. Again, the 1 day, there's certainly not enough information to work with. Okay, so You know, these are the, yes, there are some great things when a coin has been introduced to the exchange. Again, and I've said this many, many times to people that I've trained and mentored in Zooms, you know, when you're trading the new coins that are introduced to the exchange, be very, very careful, because once it goes up and it dumps, it may not recover. Okay, guys, so just part 2 of my video of the 2 things you need to know when a new coin is introduced to the exchange. So this particular video just shows you the after effects of what happens once the momentum is no longer there and the market of a particular coin starts to dump. Until our next video, take care and stay blessed.